walks onto stage. Good whatever, lady and gentlemen. The novel, The Three-Body Problem by Liu Cixin, has attracted some attention since being published in 2006. There is a Netflix adaptation, The Number 3 Body Problem, with many Game of Thrones actors in, which Americanizes the novel. This review is for the Chinese television series, entitled 3 Body. Not that I understand Chinese, the language. More that I can read subtitles, and thought it would be interesting to absorb the novel's story visually, within the author's culture. Pauses. Before I forget. Spoilers. Smirks. The series is in 30 episodes, and quite a trek. With a lot of backtracking, repetition, and a large plot dump at the end. Just in case you did not follow the narrative. The key characters are a female astrophysicist, wronged by a comrade in the time of the Chinese Cultural Revolution, and a nanophysicist, responsible for the development of the flying blade. A key technology for the development for the human beings, as it can be used to develop a space elevator, and to obtain critical intelligence on the alien forthcoming invasion. Pauses. 450 years into the future. Done. Done. Duh. These Chinese-speaking aliens are unscrupulous. How very dare they? Smirks. The story introduces a shed load of physics and a complex interwoven story that makes sense while engaging emotions and ideas that are literally alien to the Western thought process. Westerners are used to happy endings and lots of action, rather than the sword of Damocles and lots of dialogue. Pauses. Hands up. I only watched the series once and did not pay 100% attention to the dialogue. I was watching for the entertainment and gist of the story. I had watched reviews on the Western Number 3 Body Problem Netflix series, and saw most of the key concepts in the Chinese 3-Body series. Only they were performed in the Chinese way. Pauses. The reason for the alien invasion is due to the astrophysicist Yu Wenji and her punishment for being duped into possessing a Western book on ecology. Those damn Westerners and idealistic thoughts on ecology. The Red Coast is a secret radio telescope tasked with contacting aliens. And this is where it is a little confusing. Since Yu Wenji contacted the aliens against the wishes of the base's commander. Presumably, it was a case of, you did what we wanted, but we wanted to do it when we wanted to do it. There was some discussion on not sending radio waves to the sun. It might be dangerous. But given the violence of space and the extreme phenomena stars are subject to, the danger was more related to, stay in your fucking lane. Anyway, Red Coast, the radio telescope plays a pivotal role in the plot. And is the first time a radio telescope has played a pivotal role in anything. Rolls eyes. Wang Miao is the nanophysicist. If there is a hero in the show, Wang Miao, along with the policeman, Shicheng, are the heroes. They buddy up, grudgingly to defeat the Tricelorans' plans on Earth. Well, at least, the plans the Tricelorans bestow on the Earthlings, willing to aid an alien invasion. Pauses. Yu Wenji, the traitor to the entire planet, has a complex backstory, which can be summarized as she was a bit annoyed with humanity, and saw aliens as the only way forward. Looks left. The Tricelorans use a virtual model of their history to find Earthlings who are sympathetic to their cause. The invasion of Earth. Looks right. The graphics in the Chinese TV series appear to be deliberately unrealistic, to differentiate the real world from the computer game. In the Netflix series, the actual characters are placed in the virtual world, and all the technology is shiny. Shiny. The purpose of the virtual game appears to be to teach the players that the Tricelorans live in chaos, and need a stable home world to continue to develop with stability. There is a lot of mixing of civilizations, and European scientists are the key players in the game. The understanding that the planet the players are on is part of a 3-sun system is revealed to them only through in-game observation and experimentation. Pauses. With the big reveal of the Tricelorans' form and their devious invasion plans left for the final episode. It is at this point the gravity of Yu Wenji's action is revealed to her. If only she had allowed the party to send the message, everything would have been fine. Shrugs shoulders. As mentioned, there is a lot of science in the series, and a shed load of dialogue. The 3-body problem is real and highlights the chaotic nature of the universe. Most of physics is based on simplified models, and the motion of planets and stars is no different. 1- and 2-body systems are relatively straightforward. Introduce a third body, and the predictability of the system is reduced. significantly. If there are three bodies of the same size, the system is chaotic. This is the planetary system the Tricelerans found themselves in. Everything about the three-body problem story is very Chinese. The Three Kingdoms of China is called the Tripartite Era and renowned for its chaos. Are political forces the same as gravitational forces? Who knows, and who cares? Pauses. Wang Miao and Cixin spend a lot of time together, finding out the truth. They are very chalk and cheese, with Wang Miao being methodical and thoughtful, and Cixin more suck and see and practical. Pauses. Probably the oddest part of the story is the Global Defense Force, the Planetary Defense Council. It is not until the humans involved in the alien invasion plan are revealed that this agency becomes useful, as one might expect. Even then, there are odd side stories and character interactions, which might put some people off. Rolls eyes. The backstory to Yi Wenji, the traitor, is revealed towards the end of the series. Once she is captured by the Planetary Defense Council, Yi Wenji justifies her betrayal of everybody and the murder of her husband and top boss by explaining that if she had not sent the message, they would have, after seeking party approval through the appropriate channels. Smirks. And anyway, if she had not been betrayed, she would not have betrayed. Pauses. Everybody. Pauses. Bloody women. Rolls eyes. The rubbish science in the three-body series are the siphons. These are clearly widgets, imagined to allow for the time scales involved. If the Tricelerans had to send technology 400 years after the first transmissions, then all the characters would be dead, and the story part of the science fiction falls flat on its face. Siphons are meant to use mesons to compute, even though mesons weigh a significant fraction of a proton. The reason why protons are used in the story is to allow the siphons to travel at the speed of light. If the siphons weigh any sizable mass, they cannot travel at the speed of light and reach Earth in the required time frame to make the story work in the lifetime of Yi Wenji. Obviously the time to travel to Earth was defined by the author, which makes siphons a rather odd choice. It makes more sense to create faster space travel for the Tricelerans, so that larger devices can be transported to Earth before the main invasion fleet. However, the distance between the perceived threat and the attack needs to be great. For some reason. Pauses. The idea that science can be paused makes little sense. Science is chaotic. Through many experimentations, variances are smoothed. To remove the chaos created by the siphons, scientists would only need to perform more experiments. Rolls eyes. The countdown in Wang Miao's eyes makes no sense. Nor does the flickering of the universe's background radiation. If you wanted to pause science, force them to watch Netflix. Rolls eyes. Tricelerans are described as small, insectoid creatures, no larger than an ant or a grain of rice, which explains the ants seen everywhere, though not why they call humans bugs, or how the Tricelerans got to Earth so quickly. Maybe it is all a ruse by the ants, and the ants have taken over Earth, while the humans were not looking. Peace, I am out of here, word up. Exits stage left.